The earth trembles before the sun has fully risen. A small band of sahelanthropus, barely a dozen of them, scrambles across a cracked savanna plain. They are fleeing instinctively, driven by pure survival, not by understanding. Dust rises around them. The ground pulses beneath their feet like a living beast. Mothers pull their infants close. Young ones cling to older siblings. The leader, a broad-shouldered male with a jutting brow, slams his knuckles into the dirt to steady himself as a distant roar echoes from the east. A volcano is waking. A second tremor hits, harder this time. A spray of volcanic ash shoots into the reddening sky, drifting like a dark cloud of stinging insects. The band moves faster now, weaving between thorn trees and tall grass. Their nostrils flare, tasting danger in the wind. Above them, startled birds explode from the canopy. They don't know what a volcano is, but they know death when they hear it. The leader halts at a ridge overlooking a dried riverbed. He scans the horizon with deep-set eyes. The ash cloud is expanding, swallowing the morning light. He grunts sharply a signal. The band descends the ridge, slipping into the shadow of an abandoned river channel where the earth is cooler and feels safer. But safety is an illusion. From the tall grass to their right, a shape darts out low, silent, and fast. A saber-toothed juvenile, thin but hungry, leaps at the smallest member of the band. The child screams, a raw, prehistoric cry. The mother wheels around, baring her teeth, swiping with both arms. She doesn't want to fight, she wants to protect. But the predator lunges again. The leader charges, fists raised, roaring with a deep, throaty call. Others join him, forming a half circle, pounding their hands on the ground to intimidate. The saber-tooth hesitates, surprised by the resistance. It snarls once, then vanishes back into the grass. The band regroups, panting. One child bleeds from a shallow claw wound. The mother cradles him, licking dirt from the gash. Another female chews bitter herbs, pressing the wet pulp onto the wound. This is primitive medicine, instinctual and surprisingly effective. But the volcano's roar grows louder. The ground shivers continuously now, like a beast breathing just beneath them. A hot wind sweeps across the savanna. Columns of smoke rise between acacia trees. The band pushes forward, driven by an overwhelming urgency. They reach the edge of a forest, where the shadows offer a brief respite, cooling their skin. Inside, they move with caution. Every rustle is a potential threat, every branch a warning. The leader scouts ahead, sniffing the air. A chemical tang hits his nose, sulfur. The trees tremble. Birds flee in a panic. A deep boom rolls through the forest. A wave of ash falls like dirty snowflakes. The band crouches under the broad leaves of wild banana plants, holding their children close. Ash coats their fur. Their eyes water. They endure silently, waiting for the downpour to ease. When they finally rise, their world has changed. The sun is a dim red disk in a swirling gray sky. Yet, the forest offers a temporary refuge. The juveniles collect fallen fruit figs, softened by the ash. Two males break dead branches, using them as probing sticks to search tree hollows for insects. They need protein. They need energy. They need to survive. But another danger is approaching. A rumbling growl echoes behind them. A sound that isn't the earth, nor the volcano. It's something alive. A massive Dinotherium, an ancient elephant with downward curving tusks, bursts through the trees. It's panicked, blinded by ash, and trumpeting in terror. The ground shakes with each thunderous step. It plows through the underbrush, branches snapping like bones. The band scatters. Two females scramble up a low tree. A mother pulls her infant into a hollow beneath a fallen log. The leader yanks a juvenile by the arm, diving behind a boulder as the huge creature storms past, smashing trees and kicking up a wave of dust. The forest falls silent again. Slowly, the band regathers. Some are coughing, some are shaking, but all have survived. They continue their journey toward the river valley, their only remaining escape route. Ash drifts like a thick mist, shrinking their visibility. The leader tests the ground temperature with his palm. It's hot, but bearable. And then the climax begins. The earth cracks open. A fissure spits glowing embers. Fire races along the dead grass, moving like a living serpent straight toward the band. The hominins shriek and scatter. Instinct takes over completely. There is no thought, only movement. The leader guides them toward the riverbed. He leaps over fallen limbs, navigating through the thick smoke. A burning tree collapses behind him, sending a spray of sparks into the air. The band runs faster, their lungs burning, but a wall of fire closes in, blocking their path. The leader halts, scanning frantically. His eyes catch something, a shallow cave mouth carved into an embankment. It's a shelter. It's a chance. He grunts urgently, a sharp, commanding sound. One by one, the band scrambles inside. The firestorm arrives a heartbeat later. Heat blasts the cave entrance, but the interior remains cool enough to survive. The elders huddle against the back wall. Infants are shielded beneath protective limbs. Embers crackle outside. Smoke curls in, but the cave drafts upward, allowing them to breathe. Hours pass like lifetimes. Finally, the fire subsides. The band emerges into a transformed world. The trees are blackened skeletons, the grass flattened to ash, and the sky is still dim. But the worst is over. They move toward the river, stepping carefully over smoldering debris. When they reach the basin, they find water still trickling beneath the layers of ash. The leader cups water in a broadleaf, offering it to a dehydrated mother. Another female gently rubs ash from a child's eyes. Two juveniles find a fallen fig, soft but nourishing, and share it between them. Then, something extraordinary happens, an emotion older than language itself. The leader lifts his face to the clearing sky. A small patch of sunlight breaks through the ash clouds, warming his fur. He grunts softly, not a warning, not a command, but a sound of profound calm. The band gathers around him. Families lean against one another. Infants nurse. The elders rest. The river glistens faintly, reflecting the first hint of blue returning to the heavens. In this moment, after fire, predators, chaos, and fear, the band shares a silent victory. They have survived. Their world is still dangerous, still shifting, still filled with threats beyond their comprehension. But for now, they drink clean water, eat soft fruit, and rest beside one another, united by instinct and endurance. A new chapter begins in the ashes of the old, and the legend of their survival drifts into the ancient wind, carried forward across millions of years, eventually becoming part of our story. Thank you for joining us on this incredible journey back in time. If you were captivated by this story of survival, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more epic tales from our planet's deep past.